Woo! We are here. Look at that.
Shut up. We ain't start yet. Stop it.
Awesome.
We start the show the same way every time. I cannot fucking believe that. God damn it.
I'll be right
Y'all
back.
so angry.
My turn.
And welcome,
Yes.
one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. And you are joining me live in the Comedy Studios. But I'm never alone. I'm with my boy, Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to people.
We back. I think.
What was that, man?
Yeah, we back.
We back? All right. Joey LaFaro.
Back-ish.
Back-ish. We back like the front for the first time. We got our guest host. I keep calling her guest host. I don't know what to really claim Candace is. Okay, Candace August is in the building. Candace, say hello to people.
Hello.
She is Miss Pretty Funny 2018, 19, and 20. She was the first Miss Universe.comedy in 1974. She was
I
the
hate you so much.
longest reigning lingerie bowl champion of 1976. And she is also currently just nameless and faceless on the Comedy Podcast, Miss Candace August. And we do have our guest this week, our brother, the funny, the talented, the man himself. If he was an inch taller, he would be a midget. His name is Jay Rivas. You like that, don't you, Jay?
Appreciate that. Thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah, man. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back.
We got to do it. We got to do it, right? We got to do it for the culture, right? We got to hit our catchphrase. It's been way too long since we hit our catchphrase.
What catchphrase?
Okay, let's
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all
don't do
ages.
that is
Dot
copyright.
Comedy proudly brings to you its comedy tag team champions of the world. That's us, right?
That's a catchphrase?
That's
I think you know what catchphrases work.
I thought we had catchphrases.
that's not a
That's
catchphrase.
not a
That's
catchphrase. That's an intro.
That's our intro. Oh shit, Candace is joining us in video form live.
Is that a canyon or a
Hey.
sonogram behind you?
Yeah,
What's
that's what
going
I'm still
on?
trying to figure that out. You're muted.
You're on mute.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
It's a screensaver for the TV. I think it is a canyon.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks
Speaking
like
of
a
which,
service.
I just want to make sure I didn't get the agenda before this. Are we going to talk about comedians getting assaulted, like rapper T.I. assaulting that lady earlier this week?
What?
Didn't hear about
Didn't
that.
hear about that.
Okay, so I think it might have happened yesterday, actually. So rapper T.I. is at a comedy show because he's doing comedy now. I don't know if you guys knew this. And one of the comedians made a joke about him and Tiny and how there were allegations, like sexual assault allegations with them, right?
I did see something about that.
So he gets on stage, and because he's T.I., he's able to get a microphone and starts yelling at this poor woman who's trying to do her set. And then when she doesn't shut up, he goes on stage and tries to intimidate her by going on stage with her. And then he like forcefully hugs her and then snatches the microphone away from her. You guys haven't seen this video?
No.
Comedian.
I haven't seen it, but I do not like this trend of people going up on stage with comedians. I don't like it. This is not a thing that I want to continue.
But see, T.I. was on stage as a comedian like a week ago.
Yeah,
So it's not quite the same.
but he's a rookie comedian. He's not really a vet yet. He just
Right, but
started.
he still went up during someone's set to take the mic away from them.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
No, you don't do that. You can't.
That's
do
not
that.
okay either. But like,
Well, you can do that. You can do that.
It's not quite the same when like someone can do the same thing to you now.
Yeah.
That's what you're inviting.
Well, it's also like a woman too, you know what I'm saying? Like how you're intimidating like a woman who's doing comedy as like a male, you know, that's even worse. That's even a worse look.
Yeah, T.I. is a little different. I'm not. he shouldn't be doing comedy. That's first and foremost, because I don't know about anybody else, but I've never found him funny. It's
He thinks he's funny though. Like he is so pleased with himself.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen him like little guest appearances in movies and cameos and stuff, but like that's not the same thing as doing stand-up at all.
No, it's not. Needs to leave that to a professional because
No,
him and Godfrey got into it a couple weeks ago because of that whole bullshit. He
go be an open micer if you want to do it, but stop this like skip the line bullshit.
Wait, what did Godfrey say to him?
So Godfrey was headlining a show. And,
Okay.
And the promoter comes up to Godfrey after he finishes his set and says, "Hey, T.I.'s here, and he wants to do 10 minutes too, like after you go off." And Godfrey's like, "All right, well, I don't care. I'm going to the green room. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. The show's over as far as I'm concerned."
Right.
So T.I. comes up and he's like, "Hey man, can you watch my set?" And Godfrey's like, "I'm going to the green room. I ain't got nothing to do with you set." Because again, it's like a rookie comic coming up to someone who's been in the game for 40 years and going, "Hey," it's like a rookie comic walking up to Dave Chappelle, going, "Hey man, can you watch my set after you just performed?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm good. Like if I catch you on, I'll have you open for me in 6 to 8 months and see how you look then." But so all T.I.'s fans decided to take offense to that. Because again, they're all just hood people that don't make no damn sense 90% of the time.
I think in T.I.'s mind, he thinks he's more famous than Godfrey, so he can get away with that.
In life, yes, but he's not famous. He's not
in comedy.
He's not comedy famous.
Exactly, but he didn't realize that he's not living in the same universe.
No, he doesn't
walks into a comedy club. It's a different.
Yeah, he does. He is so stupid to me, and so they got into it, and T.I.'s fans were threatening Godfrey, and then Godfrey, all comics were coming to Godfrey's defense, and then they squashed it on Godfrey's podcast, which is how things generally work out for comics these days. But again, this whole like going on stage thing, this people doing stupid shit to comics, it needs to stop. And by stop, I mean the comics need to stop antagonizing people. You all are
wow.
And I need y'all not to do this. It's just stop antagonizing people. You all can't make fun of a poor woman named like Jada Pinkett Smith for having alopecia and expect her husband, who has watched his balding wife have sex with men in their bed for all these years, and now you want him to stop making fun of him.
It was such a mild joke. Like it wasn't even borderline disrespectful. His reaction was ridiculous.
Everybody
not quite as ridiculous as Amy Schumer's reaction, which was, "I need a month-long break because I'm traumatized."
So, Amy, what the fuck was Amy Schumer doing?
This is what I'm saying. A month off from what? Instagram?
Thank you. She done shit like 2-3 years. So the fuck you taking a month off for?
That's maximum white woman.
Yeah, she white woman that one. The hell out of that one.
I mean, it is kind of traumatic though. Like as a comic, to think that someone can come up and just smack you if they don't like your joke. It's jokes.
Then they have not.
When the person that it happened to has already been on stage multiple times, get your victim act out the fucking out. Just get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if that's a victim act though.
Yeah,
he smacked a comedian. This is what we all do. We get up on stage, we tell jokes. Some people aren't gonna like the jokes. It does not give them a right to come up and punch me. That's crazy.
That's not the point. I'm saying how is Amy pulling the victim card? She was not involved.
She might still be doing club dates. She was just up at Comedy Cellar like a week ago.
Right, but I'm saying like it doesn't. She's saying she's taking time off now, and Chris Rock didn't have to. So why do you? It didn't happen to you.
Well, it's just like slavery. When they let the slaves go, all the white people had to take time off to recuperate.
Oh my God!
And get their minds together. You know, white people need extra space when things happen to black folks.
It's a traumatic event. So if somebody's going around stabbing podcasters, y'all wouldn't be like, maybe like, let's not record next week. Like, come on. What are you talking about?
Come do it.
Let's go.
What the fuck? The fuck? This is the Dot Comedy Podcast. You don't see these arms out in this studio?
Oh my God. You know what I'm saying. You understand my point.
If somebody said they were going to come stab podcasters, the first thing me and Joey would do is like, hey, here's the address to the Comedy Studios. Let's see what this works out
Content.
When you see something like that, the first thing you think is that could have been me that happened to. Especially Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer has very offensive material, right? She's not like a Seinfeld type of comic where everything is mild and bubbly and like family friendly. She says stuff that is pointedly offensive. She could easily get the shit smacked out of her. So you see something happen to someone else that does the same types of material that you do, and it's kind of scary. I get it.
Okay, so here's my question. Here's my question for the three comedians on the .com.
I get being
Hold on
rattled.
a second, Joey. I have a question. Okay, all right. You guys have been doing comedy for a collective. Let's see, Jesse's been doing it for what, 10 years now, Jesse?
Just about
10 years. Joey's about 10 years.
7 for me.
7. Okay,
Probably more like 5 or 6.
6. Okay,
I took
consecutive
a lot of
years. Yeah, Joey takes breaks.
Wait, are we counting consecutive years or actual years? Because if it's consecutive years, then we have to change the number. But actual years.
Actual years is 7 for me.
Okay. I know we started .comedy. What was 2013? So
damn near 10 years. So
at least 2013.
All right. Here's.
But I took a 3-year hiatus. That's
have
what I'm
saying.
Have
all of you been to black clubs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Niggas are violent and they will fight you. So if you have not come up and done stripes where niggas will throw shit at the stage, have you seen the Apollo? They're about this far away from throwing shit at you when you're on stage at the Apollo. So I'm looking at what happened to fucking Chris as going, yeah, if that was some hood dude's wife and he was at what was that, Corner Pocket, and he was looking at
Jesus.
Yeah, see? I can tell by the faces of the motherfuckers on the podcast.
That's
yeah, but this is what I'm saying is, yes, you do those hole in the wall clubs and the audience can sometimes be hostile, right? Every now and then somebody will come up on stage, the bouncer will tackle them. It's a huge internet moment. By Will Smith doing that shit, Will Smith, like America's sweetheart, did that shit at the Oscars, which is like the most important thing in all of Hollywood. It's somehow legitimized going up and attacking a comic for offensive material. Yeah, shit happens like that at hole in the wall hood clubs, but that's hole in the wall hood clubs where fight happens all the time. We're talking about Will Smith smacking a comic at the Oscars. You were telling America that this is okay. If a comic says something bad, this is what you do. You go up and smack them if you take personal offense.
I think everyone's seeing that this did not work out for Will, A, and B, the people who've had to try this in the past week have all gotten fucked up off the stage.
Yeah.
Or
wait, people have tried it in the past week, you're saying?
Yeah, there was several videos posted.
Oh yeah, dude got hit with a bar stool and
a comic?
No, comic hit the dude with the bar stool.
Comics have been ready to go.
Yeah. See, the thing is, y'all went on high alert last week when Chris got attacked. So now all y'all just sitting at home talking about, I wish a motherfucker would. I'm doing push-ups and sit-ups, hoping a motherfucker come up on the stage. And these motherfuckers are coming up on the stage and getting fucked up.
Why does it have to be either way? Why does it have to be the comic getting insulted? Why does it have to be the audience getting insulted? Why does a comedy show have to be this wrestling match now? Like, it's supposed to just be me saying words and you being entertained. You either thinking it's funny or thinking it's not. It's not a moment to fight about. Either way.
I've always stayed on high alert fucking around with Joey. Joey takes me to bad places. Generally,
Joey loves those places.
Joey loves the hood. Joey, I go to hood shows with Joey because I go, goddamn, he gonna need somebody to take his ass out of there.
I can't help where I get booked. I don't know why I get booked at these places.
I mean, it shouldn't happen. I agree completely, Candace. It should not be that way. But we live in a post-Trump world.
There's no place for that at a comedy show. You should expect to get offended. If you're someone who's easily offended, then why are you going to a comedy show? We're not in there saying nursery rhymes.
There's a couple things happening right now. I don't think we're.
Joey, why is your mic so low?
Yeah, why is it so low?
That better?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I noticed I'm on the mic, so I don't know how that happened. It was not my fault. Anyway, what I'm saying is, like, we got to remember, we just got out of a pandemic, and it's not just in comedy clubs that people are acting crazy, violent for no reason. Like people don't know how to be in social situations right now. They've been locked up for too long, and they don't know how to handle shit anymore. So that's one piece of it, right?
I saw a video. Very good. I saw a video on Last Week Tonight where this guy they were talking about Ticketmaster and concerts, and this guy was like, "Yeah, I'm going to this concert at this venue, and I've been locked up for 2 years, and I'm about to fuck shit up." And it's like he's going to see Rage Against the Machine. Like, okay, shit, you about to fuck up.
Well,
everybody.
That has a mosh pit, which is specifically designed for that type of violence.
But that's part of it. Like
again,
you have people who just don't know how to. Everyone's gotten awkward. We don't know. Like
we don't know how this shit.
Though, remember the assault at the .comedy show back in like 2014?
Yeah, but that was in front of that was when we were like parked in front of a methadone clinic. That was different, Jesse. Wasn't that
Splash?
That was drugs. That was drug.
Melvin Joppy.
That wasn't like, and that wasn't like, you know, an average person who's suddenly acted out of character. That was just we put the show in a dangerous place.
Was it one of the Champion brothers? Who was it?
No,
Melvin Joppy.
Yeah, so there was like some
if you've ever seen Melvin perform,
that's bag there, and Melvin started frying him because Melvin makes fun of people. That's what Melvin does.
Yeah.
And then the guy rolled up there and snatched the mic off his hand.
There's a guy with scissors there. Like we can't.
So that's what I'm saying is people have the urge, especially when there's a lot of drinking going on. I'm sure lots of people at comedy shows have had the urge to go up and jump on stage and give the comic a good one because they didn't like but they haven't done it. They wouldn't do it most of the time. Now Will Smith has said, yeah, this is exactly what you should do.
Listen, I had during my last set this week, I had a young lady interrupt my set because she really needed
shit out of her. He was like,
"No,
fuck you."
No, she was very polite. She raised her hand.
Oh,
wow.
For like a whole minute, and I'm like, all right, I gotta address this because I can't just like ignore her. And then, but it was really important for her to stop me from talking so she could tell me that she was born in Thailand.
Oh.
Did you have a joke about Thailand? How was that relevant?
It wasn't. Did
you play ping pong and ding dang too? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It was a white.
There must have been something that you said that made that relevant.
Not a damn thing. It was not
nothing in Joey's set is about Thailand.
There's not a single Thailand. I made a Thailand joke after that because she said, well, they weren't sure if I was a girl or a boy. And I said, well, it's Thailand, so that makes sense.
That's good.
That was me trying to make the most out of a bad situation.
Pretty much.
But this is like people just don't know how to act in public right now, I think.
Yeah, I think that's 99% of it. And
why does it only look like I have lashes on one eye? Look at that. Lashes, no lashes.
She's been doing her makeup for the last like 10 minutes. I don't
know. I'm just saying. Does it look like that to you guys, or can I only see?
Now that you pointed it out, that's all I can see.
Now your face is butt naked. We can't see no hair on your face.
I got lashes only on one side. Anyway,
you look like a Clockwork Orange.
I don't know why that looks like that. It's the light. I don't know. Anyway, there's definitely lashes on both sides. I'm gonna be like this for the rest of the show. Go ahead, continue.
Slightly swinging.
She'll be talking about how her neck hurts next week.
Yeah, she'll be like, "I can't do the show. My neck hurting."
Speaking of random pains that happen to you because of no reason, all of a sudden I have plantar flab or whatever, and that shit is so fucking painful. And I just woke up I didn't do anything. I did nothing. I did my regular life, and I woke up one day and my foot hurt so bad that I had to go to the doctor and get an injection.
You know what causes that, right, Candace?
What?
Did you get the damn splint yet? I told you to get that splint.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on, let me show you.
What did you get?
Plantar
fasciitis. Okay. I got that.
What is that caused by?
So it's this thing that's like the muscle that goes across the palm of your foot or whatever it's called, the bottom of your foot.
Yes.
It's like it gets damaged. It like wears over time, and it really hurts your heel all day, but it's especially so in the morning when you first wake up. It hurts super bad. And so you have to sleep with the splint on at night. The doctor also, what do you call the foot doctor? The podiatrist also gave me an injection of, I don't know what into it, but it made it feel really much better for like 2 or 3 days. And then you have to like do massage exercises at night to like make it better.
You know, again, Candace said the key word, Joey. Over time. When your feet have run away from dogs during emancipation, when your feet have run for freedom.
The doctor said it was likely triggered from years of wearing high heels.
Damn, and you look good in them, though. I ain't gonna lie to you about that.
And I'm not gonna stop wearing them. I wore some today, and my foot hurt so bad when I got home. And Hassan was like, "Why do you continue to wear those shoes?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna wear flats like a peasant. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. You want me to be out here dressed like a 4th grader? No, I'm wearing grown woman shoes."
She's wearing high heel shoes so she can look down on the peasants.
That's basically what it is.
On the poors.
the less thens.
I want to wear the shoes of a grown-up. I'm not going to wear the shoes of a fucking toddler.
Well, orthopedic shoes are the shoes of a grown-up, too.
I'm wearing sandals till I don't have to wear this stupid brace anymore. It hurts to bend.
You know, they Velcro. You can get a pair of Velcro shoes. Those are for people of a certain age. Mature folks. That's what they say. They say those are mature people.
And also people in a loony bin. Anyway.
Oh, man. But, yeah. So I'm sorry to hear that, Candace. I woke up with gout one day. I don't know how it happened. Life just kicks you in the nuts every now and again. It tells you, hey, you're old.
That's what I thought it was, Marcus. I woke up and my foot hurt so bad. And I'm like, gout? Is this gout?
Is this what gout feels like?
It feels like your foot's broken. Like the first time I had a gout flare-up, I thought all my bones had broken in my foot. And I was like, what the fuck is going wrong right now? Like, how did this even happen to me? But it's life. Damn it, I hate that feeling, Joey.
I will tell y'all from experience, if you have plantar fasciitis or you have pain in the bottom of your foot in general, get you a night splint. They have them at CVS for like $20. Don't let them sell you the expensive one at the doctor's office. Go get the $20 one, sleep with it for a few nights, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Also, massage your foot at night. Hassan bought me one of those like massage guns, and I do that at night.
Hey, Phil, go get my massage gun from the bedroom.
Yeah, those things are amazing because you can give yourself a massage, right? Like normally for a massage, somebody else, you can do it yourself, but normally you need somebody else to really do it well. Where those massage gun lets you do it yourself. And so he bought me one of those, and I do that every night, and then I put the splint on, and it feels better in the morning.
What'd you say? So I've treated myself to a home spa kit. So what I got myself the massage gun, like Candace.
Oh wait, I think that's the one I have. Mine came in a little case like that. Does it have the 4 different cases like the 4 different attachments?
6. I got 6.
They're all the same thing. There's like one that's like $300 and one that's $40.
Yeah, pretty
mine
much.
was like $80 or $90.
Yeah, mine was $35, and it regularly costs $80. It comes with a little ball. I got the ball one on. This is the one.
The ball's the best one, right?
Yeah, balls are always good.
That's
balls
the best one. And then the second best one is like a bullet.
Speaking,
do you have that one?
This one. This.
It's kind of like a drill bit.
I thought this was a marital aid. I didn't know. I didn't know what this was when I first saw it. I was like, "What? Where am I putting this? What am I massaging? My prostate? I can't do that with this shit."
Look at Jesse, silent, just young and in shape, no pains, no aches.
That's a rabbit alternative.
He cannot relate to this conversation in any way. He's like, nothing hurts on me.
Me, Joey, and Marcus are the exact same age.
Yeah,
really? You and Marcus are the same age?
Me, yes. Marcus, and Joey are the same age.
Oh, wow.
We're all around the same age. I'm a year older than both of them, I think.
I thought Marcus was 48, at least.
Just because you're 62 doesn't mean I'm 48. God damn it. I'm tired of you telling people my age is inflated.
All of you are in your 30s?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Look at the difference.
What the fuck does that mean?
Nothing.
I'm taking offense, God damn it. This is what 30
I think that was an
alopecia
like. Joke, Marcus. You should
stop.
I don't remember how old I am, to be honest, but I do know it's somewhere like I'm ending the 30s. Let me see.
I'm 37.
was born in '84, so I
Why?
gotta be
You don't know how old you fucking
Is
are?
he calculating his age?
30. Damn, I'm 38 for real though. Holy
You
shit!
turned 38 this year, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm turning 38 this year. Yeah,
Yes,
I fucking
I
don't
know.
know.
Yes.
Does anybody keep count still?
Y'all are both a year older than me.
Yeah, I turned 38 in
There's certain things you stop counting after a certain age. You stop counting your birthdays, and you stop counting who you slept with. That though you just at some point you're like, if it's past the digits on my hand, then we stop. So you stop counting your age at 5, and you stop counting who you slept with.
5 forever. 5
You guys,
forever.
I have to go put a lash on this other eye. I can't live like this. I've got to go put some lashes on.
Stop counting at 90.
Are we taking a break soon?
Candace can even her face out.
Yeah, we'll take a dad comedy break.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break, folks. We're gonna get into some more crazy shit going on in the world. Joey LaFaro, we had some fun this weekend, man.
Yeah, man.
You and I got to sit down and watch WrestleMania.
That was dope.
Yes, we did.
That was dope, man. So we're gonna talk about that. You had some combat sports shit happening this week.
I got to see an action. There was 2 kinds of combat sports. There was the MMA match I went to go see, and then I also got to have an awkward moment with my father that I had to fight through. So that was
Fighting through parenting. Now I understand completely. Oh man, we're back with more fun and more thrills in a minute on the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Ever told on a nigga? Nope. Ever squeezed a trigger? Yep. Ever set a nigga up? Nope. Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck? You a sap? Nope. You a boss player? You a Mac? Yep. Let me hold a couple dollars. Nope. Y'all still be popping y'all collars? Yep. Stock rims on the scrape? Nope. Paint wetter than a lake? Yep. Poodle in my blood? Nope. Bitch, I'm a thug? Yep. You a loser? Nope. Winner? Yep. Starving? Nope. Dinner? Yep. You still sell dope? Nope. Now you clean it in a bar Dove soap? Yep.
Hey, and we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. I am DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, Candace August, and a special guest this week, Jay Rivas. This segment is brought to you by Tappy Card. That's right, get yourself a Tappy Card and you can move yourself into the future. Looking to try to figure out a way to get people your information the easiest way possible? Get yourself a Tappy Card. Tappy Card makes it 100% non-compete for people's personal space. You don't have to take up space in their wallet, in their mind. You don't got to hold on to shit. Tap your card on their phone and it gives your information right to them. DJ Marcus uses Tappy Card. Joey LaFaro uses Tappy Card. Joey, you liking your Tappy Card?
Yes,
You haven't lost the second one, have you?
I have not. It stays in my wallet now.
There you go, man. That's all you need.
Safer place for it.
That's what you need, folks. Get yourself a Tappy Card, man. Use the Dot Comedy link on our link tree. Get yourself a discount on a Tappy Card. Oh man, we're back, Joey.
Yes, sir.
This is my jam, man. I'm gonna play this song every chance I get. It's one of my new favorite songs. I don't know why. It just seems so basic that it just seems like it needs to be a song for me. Man, but we did have fun this weekend, Joey.
Yes, we did.
Man, I invited Joey LaFaro over to the Dot Comedy Studios, so we could watch WrestleMania and part 2. We watched the second night. Jesse, did you watch first and second night this weekend?
Yeah. Which night did you like better?
I'm gonna have to say first night.
Yeah, me too.
I like first night better. It had more of the love of wrestling that I liked in it. It wasn't like it. Night 2 seemed like a sideshow to night 1.
I don't know. I didn't see night 1, but what I'll tell you is, I thought the Lesnar Roman Reigns fight was really underwhelming.
Yeah.
And so everything else that happened was more fun than that, and then that happened, and I was like,
yeah.
So it kind of hurt the overall experience.
Vince wrestling again after how many years has it been? 24 years since the last time he'd been in a ring.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
Dude, did you see when he got kicked? He almost fell over.
Yeah. He's 70 fucking years old. Keep your old ass in the house some goddamn where.
That was like a moment
Center.
that should have been cool, but it was like just an old guy reaching for another old guy's head and not getting it. and then bouncing into the rope.
When Stone Cold Vince, yes, Vince damn near fell out the ring just from the kick, and I was like, wait a minute, is he gonna stun him? And then he like limp stunned him, and Vince just laid there, and Stone Cold just laughed.
Going like this. Where's his head?
Did Jesse freeze? I don't know.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
You need to move your neck some, man. Get no, you stuck or not. But yeah, man, that one threw me off. I didn't like that one that much. Now, Edge, AJ Styles was a good match.
That was it.
Now,
For what it could have been, it was underwhelming to me too.
yeah, it could have been more. It could have been way more. Now
They never explained why AJ Styles had his face cut when he came.
it just happened. It was just a thing.
He was bleeding before they started. And they never explained what it was.
Pyro, like some debris got on him
Oh, from his pyro? Oh, okay.
because he wasn't bleeding at the beginning, and then they turned the camera back, and I was like, "What? When did? Or maybe like a fan threw something or something." But it looked like it happened in his intro.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man, but yeah, and then that the Jackass versus the Jackass fight. I wasn't happy with that one. There were too many botches in that one for me. Watching that mousetrap fail and then them scramble to make it work was fucking with me. And then it's like, man, this is the most pointless shit in the world. I saw the funniest meme from that though.
What?
Jesse will remember this situation. Sexual Chocolate and Mae Young had a baby,
Yeah,
and it was a hand. Remember?
yeah.
And they said the hand that slapped Sami Zayn was the hand all grown up from. It was Mae Young and Sexual Chocolate's baby all grown up. That was the funniest meme I saw about that whole match. I'm like, why the fuck is that hand there?
I was just amazed at how much shit they were able to pull from under the stage.
Oh yeah, that ring holds like a treasure trove of shit. If you really want to look at it. Oh yeah, people.
Like, here's a guy in a Speedo to rub his balls on you. And here's a midget to
Here's a midget just to dance and then kick you in the balls and then power slam you. That was a circus aspect of WWE that I love up and down. Candace, did you get a chance?
Way better. Night was amazing.
Yeah. Candace, did you watch WrestleMania this weekend?
I did not watch WrestleMania this weekend.
Why?
No interest in it. No interest in it at all.
Roman Reigns was in the main event.
Oh, well, if you would have said that, I would have watched it.
Yeah, but he just bitched about being acknowledged, and
That's it. That's
Women
what
love him.
and then he just tackled Brock Lesnar every time. He either like did this awkward Superman punch.
Yeah, he didn't punch. He didn't do the right punch.
He doesn't do it well anymore. Why is that?
I don't know. He's like stiffer now.
He should have already transitioned to movies by now. Why is he still wrestling?
He
He's
doesn't
way
have a
too gorgeous.
personality.
No,
Huh?
the
He
thing
doesn't
is,
actually have a personality.
you got to remember, it took The Rock like
It's called acting. Does he have to have? It's not going to be him
He
on
doesn't
the
have
movie.
that mode. I'm telling you, he doesn't have a personality. He just is a jerk, and that's why he works as a
the bad
heel.
guy. Yeah,
But he couldn't make the turn. Like every one of the Cena and The Rock are dynamic enough. That's why they were able to move out and do things.
but the thing is, he hasn't honed his craft enough to actually move on from being just a wrestler. Because
I don't think you have to hone the craft. You just have to be like likable and like attractive.
He's not.
That's it.
He's not likable in any way, shape, or form.
Oh.
Nobody likes him. Like even when he was a good guy, nobody liked him. As a bad guy, everybody
You remember when
tolerates
he
him.
beat cancer, and then as soon as they were like, "It's in remission," the crowd was like, "Boo!" We hope
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was like he just beat cancer. Like people just don't give a fuck about this guy.
Damn.
But as a bad guy, he works because he's really hateable.
Yeah. I mean, when people have constant wet hair, you just gonna hate them. They when you look like you got out the shower 5 minutes ago. Every time I see you.
Yeah, but everyone doesn't hate Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins you can't hate Seth Rollins because he's just weird. Like every character they put Seth Rollins in is just a weirdo, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He comes out in a fucking purple suit and just dancing around on the stage. It's
He
like
has the most elaborate random suit. And I don't even watch wrestling except for like once a year.
Yeah.
And I come back and it's the same thing. Like so, they this time around they had Gallagher the wrestler. I don't know what's his name. The guy who got jackassed.
That was Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn he's Gallagher. He's Gallagher. Only thing missing was a watermelon.
Pretty much. He does look like Gallagher. Oh man, but Candace, I'm sorry you didn't get a chance.
Cody Rhodes was the highlight of the whole weekend.
Yes, he was.
That match was amazing.
It was a great. You missed a good night one. Night one will pull you back into wrestling.
I was gonna try to watch it on TikTok,
that was a huge highlight too.
What was that? Bianca Belair? Yes, Bianca Belair winning the women's championship.
So are you guys all caught up on Bridgerton?
Ain't nobody watching that shit.
Okay, all right. I
I
was trying to start a conversation that I could be in, but
Bridgerton.
Love is Blind.
Huh? Love is Blind. Oh, is Shane? Does Shane not have the most annoying voice you've ever heard?
No,
Are you on season 1 or season 2?
That still goes to the white ladies in my workplace.
Are you Jesse? Are you on season 1 or season 2?
Season 2.
Yes, Shane, the one that goes with the Asian girl. His voice is so annoying.
Shake sucked too.
Yeah, Shake was the worst, most sexist. Like, I hated him.
True or false? The only reason why he didn't like that girl is because he wants a white girl. The reason
That's right.
An Indian girl.
That's the only reason, because he kept saying how wonderful she is in every way. He just couldn't be physically attracted to her, even though he said she was.
I thought you were gonna do the Indian dot.
Huh?
He kept saying how she's perfect in every way except.
No. He wants a white girl. That's exactly what he wants.
Hey,
and I'm glad she chose not to marry him. She did well for herself.
That was a weird reaction when she was like, "I can't marry you." He was like, "Great, guys, woo! Thank God someone said it. Let's have a party."
Exactly, because he was gonna just go through with it.
Oh man, hey guys, if you want to hear more reality TV commentary, tune into Love Talking Hot Chips every Friday with Jesse and Candace. On Instagram. I don't think I ever learned the name of your show.
First of all, it's been discontinued for like a year. 2 years. I don't know. I think we did that shit in 2020.
It was 2020. It was when the pandemic first hit.
Yeah.
And you're still promoting it and don't even know the name correctly. So
I love talking hot chips. I
don't even remember what it was.
I don't know what it was.
What was the name of it? Hot Fridays? Some shit.
Man, I can't remember. I remember that we just started like the world started opening back up, so we were like, well, let's do other things.
Let's do other things with our time. Oh man, but yeah, man, Joey, it was a good weekend, and you went to a mixed martial arts tournament, didn't you?
I went to you know how we have in comedy we have bringer shows.
Yes.
What I found out was there's also MMA bringer shows.
There are.
Yeah, apparently, because I was at an MMA bringer show. I always wanted to go because we had Barry Barrientos from CPMMA on,
yes,
as part of the our CPMMA live episode.
Yeah.
And he was telling us he was making his MMA debut. So I rode with a friend out there. We were there to support him. What I didn't realize is that the entire fight card was guys either making their debut or with losing records.
So,
including one guy whose name was 0-3 and he was like almost, I think he was over 40, and his name was Great White Buffalo Dirty Scooter.
That's too much.
And he came out in like a headdress with like some like weird drum music playing.
So it was racist.
And then and then afterwards they interview him and he sounded like a child. It was it was basically like I basically did see a night of WWE. Like it was it had all they had ring girls, they had the DJ lights, they had the whole production value there, but
okay.
And we had ringside seats, which sucked because if you're at an MMA match, the corner and you're stuck on a ringside seat near the corner,
mm-hmm.
you just see a black bar. So you either see really well or nothing.
So why'd y'all stay there?
Because we got there late and it's first come first serve.
Oh, okay.
So everyone else took all the seats in the middle.
Gotcha. Jesse, you been to an MMA fight recently?
Not recently, but I would love to have seen a fight with a bunch of dudes with losing records. Because I can only imagine that the real thing is that no one has defense, so they're just beating the shit out of each other.
It was very one-sided. There were very few fights that were competitive. Most of them went one way or the other.
Wow.
The 195-pound fight was interesting because to see those two, I thought were my size, and then to realize that I have probably 40 pounds on them, 30, 40 pounds on them both. I was like, I can't be that big. God damn it.
Oh man, yeah. Candace, do you like MMA, Candace?
I do. Absolutely.
You like when the white guys win?
I like when whoever wins. Oh, speaking of MMA, do you guys know about this? I guess he's a dwarf. His name's Hezbollah or something. He's like an internet sensation, and he does MMA.
It's a terrorist group.
Yeah, that's
No. His name is that Hezbollah. It's Hasbulla. Look it up. He's a dwarf, like way shorter than a midget. Like he looks like a baby.
What was
and
it
he does
again?
Huh?
Hezbollah.
Hezbollah. Hasbulla.
I thought he was a little kid.
Oh, Hezbollah.
Yeah, he's like 19.
What?
Yes.
I thought he was like a child.
He's 19 and he has some kind of rare dwarfism.
Oh no,
because usually they don't get taller, but they at least age.
Yeah, like
so he doesn't even age.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Yeah, he's 19.
He's a fighter.
He does MMA and all kinds of shit.
Magomedov.
Oh, I think I saw him in a video.
Dagestan? What the heck is a Dagestan?
I don't think that's a real place.
Dagestan is the most violent. Like, you know how like every hood has a ghetto?
Yeah.
Well, that is like
the Kiev ghetto.
That is like Russia is like Russia. You know the way we view Russians? That's how Russian people view Dagestanis.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, they're like, well, we're not as like primitive as those people.
He's like from the Compton of Russia or some shit.
He's from the Compton of Russia. Yeah, he's from like the hood.
Dagestan. I saw that and I was like, that's not a real place.
His net
That's
worth
what Khabib's from.
$1,000.
He's worth $100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah, they put his net worth on there and it's $100,000. I was like, why even put that?
He's got 2.1 million Instagram followers.
But you know what? I think $100,000 American dollars. I don't know how it translates to Russia, but maybe he's like super rich in Russia.
Dagestan, he's a king.
Well, right now, that shit's worth billions.
Dagestan is super poor, so maybe he is.
Yeah, maybe that means something in Dagestan.
He's 3'3".
I think I saw him in a TikTok where I thought it was two little kids fighting each other.
Yes.
Wait a minute. This article says it is also suggested he weighs around 16 kilos, the equivalent of just 2.5 stone. What the fuck is that?
All right, so for every kilo it's like 2.25 pounds.
Yeah, but why is someone giving a measurement in stone? What measurement? What unit is that? That's not metric.
That's they use that in the UK. 1 stone is
British.
I don't know the conversion for pounds, but that's a weight measurement in the UK.
Wait a minute. So we're using the English system instead of metric, which is pounds, and then England is using some other shit involving stones.
Yeah, 14 is 140 pounds, right? No,
I don't know the conversion for stones. I know a kilo is about 2.25 pounds.
Throw the whole weight away.
Well, half a brick of cocaine only weighs. All
right.
So if that's
how much is a stone of cocaine?
Cocaine is weighed in kilos, so it doesn't matter. You don't weigh cocaine in stones.
You don't weigh your cocaine in bricks.
It's weighed in
kilos. Primitive system. Stones for measurement sounds weird.
Stone to.
What if I want to order a wall of cocaine?
There was a podcast that I was listening to. It's like a women's health podcast, and it's broadcast from this doctor and his wife in Australia. Mm-hmm. And they would always say weight in stone. They would like, oh yeah, she's doing well. She lost 15 stone or whatever. Like it's definitely a weight. Yeah, so
stone is 14 pounds.
Take care of your kidneys, people. You shouldn't be losing that many.
Shouldn't use that many kidney stones. Stone is 14 pounds, so 2 stone is 28 pounds. He weighs 28 fucking pounds. That's That's not a person.
There's no way he weighs 28 pounds. He's got to weigh like 50 pounds at least.
I didn't know he was 19. That's crazy. It blows my mind.
How many stone am I?
Your ass is a boulder.
I
See, that's the type of shit.
don't ask questions you don't want to answer.
27 stone, Joey.
Your ass is an avalanche.
I'm not playing this game.
Joey, how many stone are you? How many
Nope.
pounds you weigh, Joey?
Nope.
You 240?
Nah, I'm not that big. Goddamn.
Joey's what, 225?
I'm a soft 225.
Joey's 17 stone. Candace is I'm not gonna do that with you, Candace.
No, please don't.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be nice this week about that type of shit. Oh man, what's going on, Joe?
Oh
no, we didn't start that. We were talking about MMA.
I don't know. I mean, y'all want to seem like
We
y'all-
might as well start the topics. We're 45 minutes in right now.
I don't know what else. I mean, I had an awkward weekend because my father was in town.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did talk about that.
And
We never hear about him. We only ever hear about your mom and your brother.
that's because I don't hear about him. So I only knew he was coming into town because my aunt told me. And then it became an obligation that we both felt like, oh, well, we should see each other because we're father and son. So, and then that's how the event went. Like, I went to go meet up with him, and then we awkwardly watched a baseball game together. Like, we were being forced to live out some like ancient idea of what fathers and sons do. And then at the end of it, I just was thinking to myself, I was really mad at my mom. Like at the end, I was really mad at. I was like, "Mom, how the fuck did you let this happen? Like, this is it's so fucking awkward. How do I exist, Mom?"
Why? Because he's like boring. Like what is your? I don't understand.
He doesn't know how to He doesn't know how to talk to me as a human being. Like,
Well, can you imagine that that's awkward? How many times do you guys even interact with each other?
we don't. But he's also an awkward human being in general. So the combination thereof was just like a lot of like long pauses.
I mean, I think that's understandable. That's a very awkward situation. You're like having to make conversation with your grown son who you rarely saw. Like that's, I don't know. It's gotta be hard.
I mean, me and my father have a newly rekindled relationship. He just texted me today, "Hey, when we gonna go get brunch again?" And I told him I'm off next week. Hey, we can do that shit next week. And he was like, "All right, cool."
Did you grow up with your dad?
Somewhat, like every other weekend.
Okay, all right, but that sounds like more than maybe what Joey saw his dad, right?
Mhm.
Joe, you didn't see your dad on the weekends?
What?
You didn't see your dad on the weekends?
Well, for a little. I don't know. You mean as a kid?
Yeah.
For a little while.
Then he just disappeared?
There was a thing with my stepmother, and then
Okay.
and then we didn't.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't mean to bring up like trauma. You know, that's
Right.
not the podcast. I'm sorry. Joey
My
got
bad.
Joey stabbed.
I've gotten over it, but it's still awkward. Like the thing is, like it's just always awkward. I don't know why it's always has to be awkward.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
The thing is, like, I haven't seen any of the other parts of the family, but it's not nearly as awkward. It's just him.
he's just an awkward person.
He is. So like everyone else, like my aunts and uncles and my grandparents, like
Don't you got a Puerto Rican sister?
What?
Guatemalan.
Yeah, he does.
It's Guatemalan sister.
First of all, Jesse, I don't like your tone. That was a little bit creepy. Second of all,
Yeah, he does.
yeah, I know he's Puerto Rican, sister.
Sister,
Creep,
4 months.
sir. And also, how did you get a Guatemalan sister?
well, there's something called adoption,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and they,
Does she work at Chipotle?
she does now apparently.
Wait, she's an adult now? See, that's how you know you've been doing comedy more than 6 years.
I know, right?
I remember when she was a baby.
Yeah,
Why white people never adopt white babies? They will adopt any kind of color baby except for a white baby.
White babies have a leg up already.
Her mom is this
See the-
color.
Her mom, her
with the red spot.
mom.
Yes.
She got ghost mom. Her mom's white as white. But I mean, family dynamics are always a tricky situation, man. I understand, Joey. I'm not only not only a product of a broken home, but I created a broken home myself. And therefore I understand completely. It's hard on dads to talk to their kids as they get older. My daughter looks at me and her voice, I don't know what the fuck it is with my daughter's voice, but like every time I talk to her now, it gets like it gets deeper and like pitchier. And so I'm just sitting there like, I don't know if she's trying to imitate me or she's trying to sound more like her mother. But if she sounded
her voice is probably just modulating because she's getting older. Like she's going through puberty, and Black women's voice tend to deepen a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
I get that. I understand Black women have a timbre to their voice. But again, I'm listening to her, and I'm like, I really just want you to stay where the fuck I found you as a baby, because I need you not to grow up and come home and be like, Dad, this is my boyfriend. I don't need that shit in my life.
I'm trying to figure out why Candace is trying to empathize with him. He's the adult. Like, I shouldn't have to be the one who tries to mend the relationship, or like be like, hey, do you want to have a relationship? Like, you're in town. That should we pretend to be a family? Like, why do
my brother does that shit?
Okay, but I'm just saying, how can you not recognize and acknowledge that it's just an awkward situation? Like,
I do.
He was awkward because that situation is awkward.
You haven't met my father.
I mean, were you like spot on with your fucking repartee? Like it was awkward. You're probably both awkward.
It was, but it was compounded.
It was what?
It was compounded by both of them.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what, Joey? I'm gonna play a song in honor of you and your dad. It's called "Dance with My Father" by Luther Vandross.
Let's not go there.
It's a good song.
No, this is made it
He
weird.
can't even talk with his father. You want him to dance?
Dance with my father again. This is a great song.
Back when I was a child.
Wow. Didn't Luther Vandross have such a beautiful, velvety fucking voice?
For love and he sure did.
Why are you making it weirder?
My father would lift me high
and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me out.
Listen, come on. We got to wrap this show up so I can go watch Bridgerton. Let's get to these topics.
I don't know what's more awkward, this weekend or this moment.
First of all, you're making Joey uncomfortable. Turn the shit off. Let's get to the topics.
Okay, Joey. What's going on in the world, man?
You remember Gerard Carmichael?
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Gerard Carmichael.
I thought it was Jared Carmichael.
I thought it was Gerard, but I could be wrong.
All right, you're all comics. How do you pronounce his damn name?
I don't know. It could go either way.
Just like Jared Carmichael.
Whoa.
I think Jared would have been Jarede.
I hate you so much.
Did you do that on purpose? Was that like a setup for
No.
No, it wasn't.
Just how quick I am. It's okay.
It did kind of land that way. Well, he did come out the closet recently and hosted SNL. So for those who he said he was part of his monologue, he did say that he's been gay for about 48 hours.
Okay, we had this conversation before the show. Was he gay for 48 hours or did he fuck a dude 48 hours ago? Because you've been gay for a long time. I'm one of the firm believers that you're gay your whole life.
Right, but he just came out recently.
Public gay is different.
Yeah, he just came out recently. And he mentioned in the monologue that he alluded to the fact that the only reason he got to host SNL is because he's gay.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm the least famous person that has ever hosted this show. He's like, nobody knows who I am. He was like, when you're gay, you get to host SNL.
He said, quote, if you're gay in New York, you can ride the bus for free. They just give you free pizza. If you say you're gay in New York, you get to host Saturday Night Live. This is the gayest thing you could possibly do. We're basically in an Andy Warhol fever dream right now.
Okay, I get that. Because no one does know who he is. I don't know what he has coming out. Does he have a movie or a show coming up? Or has his show been renewed?
Did he have a show?
He had a show where he was married to a woman. So I don't know if this show is full of lies too.
It says he recently appeared on the drama On the Count of Three, which made waves at the Sundance Film Festival.
On the Count of Three?
I guess that was is a movie?
That hide and seek in a forest with some men? I don't know why I'm going down that road. It's weird. People coming out to me is always awkward because
Why?
Because I always think, okay, more people knew it than didn't. Like I watched the Medea movie, the newest Medea Tyler Perry movie, and the family was all sitting around, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gay," and the family was like, "We know that." Like most people will know when someone's gay. Like
I feel like back in the day, people just assumed everybody was straight, but I feel like now we're in a time where you recognize it. Because like everyone in the last 15 years that's come out that I've known, we're like, yeah, we knew that like in elementary school. Like we already knew you were gay when we were kids.
You had a pastel shirt on Easter Sunday. Nigga, you were back when we were 6.
Or it's like the one
where it wasn't like that. I feel a generation ago, you just assumed, and no one ever assumed that there was like people in the closet.
I think our generation was kind of the one that kind of it's weird. It's got to be really jarring, right? Like, because how old is Gerard? He's in the same age.
He's same age
as us, right? So, like, you got to imagine, like, we were like bullying people for being gay.
You were.
I was bullied for being gay when I was.
Joey was gay. Joey was gay in middle school.
No,
he's gay now. Joey's gay. It's okay, Joey. We love you anyway. We love you.
He's gonna kill you. You're actually in the room with him.
Case in point.
Oh, you gonna get up and slap me? Oh, because I'm telling jokes. Look at this shit. Look at your comments. You gonna slap.
No, I don't slap. I strangle. We've been over this.
Keep my sexuality out your fucking mouth.
Anyway, my point is, it's got to be really weird to now our generation went from that, well, at least most of it anyway, has gone from that to now it's like, okay, you're gay, cool, like whatever. But if he had come out in middle school, it would have been a fucking nightmare.
I mean, we're tolerant of being gay now because we have no choice.
The community as a whole, but not people of color. Like in the Black community, in the Hispanic community, Asians, just people of color in general, they're still not okay with it, I feel like, for the most part.
Right, but
we don't talk about it because we have no choice but to shut up. We go, hey, I guess that's okay for you.
But we're like light years away. I mean, we're light years from where we were in the 90s.
Yeah.
We're not all the way there yet, but we've made tons of progress in that. So it's really jarring for the same people who would have bullied you for it in middle school to see you as an adult and be like, oh, cool, good for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird.
Yeah, Tyrone, the neighborhood bully, would have fucking pantsed them every afternoon and called him the F word and threw him in the trash can. But now Tyrone goes, hey, man, that's good. Hey, you got the flag.
You seen his special? The special that came out this week where he came out?
No.
He got an HBO special, but it's weird to get an HBO special when I don't think anybody has HBO anymore. I think it's a Netflix kind of thing, right?
HBO Now special.
HBO.
Yeah, like back in the day, Netflix, the HBO special was the big thing you wanted. Now it's Netflix because there's a lot of people that get HBO specials, and you're just like, I'm not on there for that.
You know what I was thinking? I see some of the shit that's on Netflix nowadays, and I'm like, I feel like a complete failure that I don't have a Netflix special because they will put anything on that platform. Like, there's a whole show called I don't know or some shit.
they just took our Wi-Fi from her. Wow. Netflix is powerful.
Netflix is mad at you.
We didn't hear anything.
They took your audio. They took your audio from you the whole time you were talking.
You can't hear me?
No, you wasn't Netflix. Netflix was like, "Get the fuck out your mouth."
Sound like an underwater robot.
Like they cut your audio. They cut the mic.
Is it better now, or do I need to?
I can hear you now, but when you went on your rant,
holy shit! Okay, this is my thing. Is they will literally put anything on Netflix. Like some of the shows on there are just fucking ridiculous. There's a whole show where you have to guess if something is a cake or not. Like it's just bullshit. Fucking trash. Like it seems like you can just go to the Netflix office with any ridiculous idea for a show and they'll be like, sure, let's give it a try.
Yo, the documentary games have been fire though. Have you guys seen Crypto King?
No. I want to watch Bad Vegan or something, or Killer
Bad
Vegan.
Vegan is good too, yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
So basically, what Bad Vegan, I don't ever in my life want to hear another dude talk about he has trouble getting girls, because Bad Vegan and Swindler, it's you, bro. It's you. So what Bad Vegan's about is this big fat dude. He like catfishes girls on Twitter, and then he gets them to give him millions of dollars. And he's like this big sloppy guy, and he gets even bigger on purpose because he's like, I want to see that you really love me, so I'm gonna get fat on purpose to see if you're just with me, you know, because you know, blah blah blah, or if you're with me because you actually like me. And these women are giving him like $16 million. Like he dresses like a bum. He's like sloppy.
Who is he dating? I gotta find somebody to give me $6 million to be fat.
Rich, beautiful women are like, yo, here's my money, take it.
Hey, if you can shake them for it, hey, shake them for it.
I'm telling you, like, it's not about your looks.
Sounds like white women.
About this. It's all about the
That
the guy
sounds at least interesting. But go on Netflix and scroll through and see how much utter trash is on there. Like just garbage. There's like at least 5 baking shows. Like it's just garbage. Like it's like they will take
Sounds
it.
like she's running down a hallway.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when you start bad mouthing Netflix,
When you start bad mouthing Netflix, they just, your sound just goes.
have you guys? Crypto King is dope too. It's basically about this dude who like started selling cryptocurrencies in Canada, and then turns out he was just taking people's money and he wasn't getting
fucking Hey.
But here's the thing, though. He got
things that make me annoyed.
And then he died. So people are like, did he fake his death or not? And that's what the documentary's about.
All right.
You know what you need to watch? Star Trek Picard. Because that shit is reality. That's the future. God damn it. We go into space. And Picard is gonna be our guy. Between him and what's that fine black woman on
Star Trek Inclusion?
Yeah,
Candace August.
Are you on Star Trek Discovery?
No, but I did dress as Lieutenant Uhura for Comic-Con.
Okay. All right. Look at you. Going back to the 70s when you were
lost.
27.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
She dressed as Uhura. Why you pick? There were 19,000 other black characters on
She
Star
was like the only black character. Okay, wait a minute.
She's the only one she can remember.
Hold on.
She stopped watching.
Lieutenant Uhura and Captain Kirk, they had the first interracial kiss on TV. Fun fact.
Yeah.
It's not a fun fact. That's a stupid fact. And you would find the one black woman that kisses a white man on TV and go, hey, fun fact, guys. This old white man kissed a black woman on TV. It happened.
In space.
She made it seem like it was shit extra in space.
I think what she's trying to say, Marcus, is her options were limited.
Yeah, she had a green dude with pointy ears, a gay Asian, a weird Russian, and a bunch of Irish drunks. She was gonna fuck Kirk. She had to. There was no other option for her.
That's true.
Now in the reboot, she ended up fucking the green dude, which is hilarious. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. And he's gay.
I mean, okay.
Back to circle it back to Carmichael.
You know who's not gay anymore?
Who's not gay anymore?
Or at least says he isn't. Lil Nas X.
Wait, what?
After not winning a single Grammy this year, he said, on Twitter, he said, I can't believe I lost all my Grammys. I am now no longer gay.
What?
And then he put the little nose symbol next to the rainbow flag.
He's like, I'm not playing this game with y'all no more.
He was like, I'm only gay if it's gonna sell records.
I told you he's just being extra for the sake of being extra.
Yeah. He's like, you gotta leave the Illuminati behind too. He's like, I mean,
Gerard Carmichael said that being gay is like an automatic boost to your career. So maybe that's why he was gay. He got a platinum record off being gay, and now he's like, I'm done with that.
I'm not gay no more.
Have you guys seen Genius on Netflix?
He fucked the devil for a Grammy.
Yeah, the Grammy thing. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I gotta finish watching the Kanye documentary.
I have not.
So amazing. This is what I learned from the Kanye documentary. Like his mom clearly like dotes on him and always like gave him words of encouragement and always told him how wonderful he is. So mothering is how you create like a fucking multi-millionaire genius. Like you just have to always tell your son how special he is and how much you love him, and then he's gonna believe in himself and become like the greatest artist of all time.
Terrible takeaway.
That is a horrible takeaway from that shit because he's a psychopath today.
Yeah.
She just did such a good job with her mothering, I feel like every time you see him and her together, she just has this soft look on her face like, I love him so much, he's the most special boy in the whole wide world. And like he looks at her like, oh my god,
Kanye must be controlling the EQ on your goddamn Zoom, because you just turned the treble and bass all the way down on your whole goddamn sound.
Yeah, it's like whenever you start bad mouthing something like anyone powerful, they come at you.
Yeah, they come after you.
It's like-
It's not even like bad mouthing.
Kim Kardashian turned her down.
Kim Kardashian.
The Kardashians turned you down when you started speaking well about Kanye.
He
Speaking of
just
people who
had
are
such
pissed
a
off at
loving
their fan
and
base.
doting mother, and I think that contributed largely to his success.
Okay, I could dig that.
Agree to disagree. Speaking of artists who are pissed off at their fan bases, Cardi B has deleted her Twitter and Instagram after posting that she hates her fan base.
What?
Yes.
No way, Cardi's not on Instagram?
On April 3rd, the rapper lashed out and deleted her Twitter after some fans assumed she would attend the 2022 Grammys. She said, I'm deleting my Twitter, but oh God, I hate this fucking dumbass fan base. You got the slow dumbasses dragging my kids all because y'all thought I was going to the Grammys and I didn't. The fuck? When the fuck I hinted I was going?
They forget how ghetto she can be. That's the funniest shit
I
ever.
like that. I mean, that's who she is. That's who you remember when she was on that TV show and she was going to get braces and she was like, I don't want to get braces because I won't be able to suck dick the same way.
They
She
forget
just
who
said
she
like
is.
that. We're not going to forget that that's who she is. Like, yeah, she's always been this person. So yeah.
Or when she was taking business tips and they were like, hey, you need to learn to cover up your breasts. She's like, well, my teeth are fucked up, so I don't really want them to focus on my teeth. So I'm gonna keep my titties out. It's like, what? What the
Is that
fuck?
what she said?
Yeah,
That
she
sounds
said
like
that.
a good strategy.
I know you're gonna keep yours out, Candace.
I just don't. Why would?
That's all I do.
Who cares? It's the Grammys.
I mean, hey.
Hey,
don't think
props
she was
to Cardi
nominated
B
for
for
one.
being real.
Did you see that guy Jean Baptiste that won like 5 Grammys?
No.
What type of music does he do? I've never heard of him.
Jean Baptiste?
I don't know, but you know who did? You know who did win a Grammy?
Who?
Louis C.K.
Yes, he did.
What did he get a Grammy for? I didn't know he made music.
He had
Comedy
he won for
album.
comedy album.
Comedy album of the year. Well, that proves
In the same week, we canceled Will Smith and we resurrected Louis C.K.
What is happening?
they canceled Will Smith for slapping somebody, and then they bought Louis C.K. because he only slapped himself.
Yeah.
That wasn't a whole issue. He didn't slap anybody else with it. It was his own. If the album was funny, he deserves it. I'm a proponent of hey, if he did a good job, then that's fine.
I mean, Louis C.K. is always funny. He's a brilliant comic.
Right.
And I think cancel should be like, there should be a sentencing requirement for canceling. You should go away for about 2 to 3 years, and then try to get your career back.
Yeah, that is a weird thing.
Isn't that a good idea?
Yo, the other day, I agree with you. You know what's weird, and I'm not saying that this person should get 2 to 3 years, but it is like, it does remind you of what good art is. I found my old iPod from like 2000, and it has a shit ton of R. Kelly there, and I was like, God damn, I forgot how good these songs are.
No, he needs 40 years. I'm sorry, I can't. We didn't need to cancel R. Kelly. We did do what we did with
Is
R.
he in
Kelly.
jail or not? Like, whatever happened?
Oh, he's in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He keeps trying to get out because of
It
COVID.
doesn't just affect R. Kelly because he has great songs with like Jay-Z and Young Jeezy and like Winston and Yandel and like all these other artists. Like he was everywhere. He was a feature on everyone's song.
Constant fire. Like all his songs were constantly great. Since the very first album dropped in the 90s, 12 Play. Like he's been putting out constant hot fire.
Dude, he had Flirt. You remember that with T.I. and Little Bow Wow and T-Pain? And I was like, damn, this is a fucking great song.
I think there's still too much anger and hurt over people going unchecked because of their fame and celebrity and art for so long that we've even gotten to the point where we can separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Right now, I think that we're kind of in this overcorrection phase where it's like people really want to make sure that no, if you fuck up, then your art doesn't get you a pass at all.
Very true.
And because it had for so long, that's I think where we're at. I think eventually we'll get to a point where we can go, okay, the art is still the art, and the person can go by the wayside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the Netflix documentary on like I forgot what the guy's name is, but it's like I think it's like Fallen Idol, and it's about this Colombian guy who was like the biggest star ever to come out of Colombia, and he made like bangers after bangers for 30 years straight, and then one night in a like coked out drunken bender, he killed a woman, and people were like
accidentally.
Well, he was like so hocked up on coke, and he had become like such God syndrome where like he could do no wrong, that he got mad because she wouldn't do an orgy with him, so he like forced himself on her and killed her. And then his bodyguard hid the body, and like people in Colombia were like, but that's like 30 years of good music though. Let's just give him 2 and like let it be. And like, yeah, so people used to get away with that shit. That was like 97 when they were like,
Colombia has a history of just going, hey man, it's good for the hood.
That is the Colombian pastime, getting rid of the body. That's all.
Yeah, there was a guy that interviewed some dude there, and he was like, look, man, he represents like a complicated part of Colombia because, you know, we do a lot of good, we do a lot of bad, but you kind of got to, we're like, dude, he murdered somebody.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, look at Kevin Spacey. Like, people forget he's a fucking great actor, like a great actor, but obviously he did what he did.
He humped that boy.
But there were some.
Wait, he's gay now, right?
No, he was gay when you humped that boy 20 years ago. He's been gay.
I know, but he's openly gay now, is what I mean.
I don't know if he's openly.
Did he come out the closet?
He tried to come out like he tried to like make it better.
Yeah,
like,
trying to make it better by being gay.
Hey, guy, by the way, I'm gay. And we're like, yeah, but you still were like a pedophile.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you gay and a pedophile.
You proving all those Republicans right that say there's a slippery slope between pedophile and gay.
Yeah, you're not helping.
You're not helping our cause.
You're hurting things.
But my point is, in 97, you could still get away with murder and get away. By the way, even in 2000, because remember, we all knew in high school that R. Kelly was sleeping with teenage girls. And then 2 years after that, we're still jamming out to Ignition, the remix.
Because he makes bangers.
Well, we gave him a pass for the girls because we didn't know he was hog tying them in the basement. And we didn't know he was kidnapping girls. We thought he was just fucking girls.
It seemed like an isolated incident.
Yeah.
And,
it just seemed like, okay.
But that was part of the problem, right? Like people didn't want to know more.
Yeah.
And that's what celebrity buys you, right?
How much pissed off people were about the whole Bill Cosby thing. People just didn't want to accept it because he was America's dad. He was a great artist. His stand-up is brilliant, but he was a piece of shit.
I mean, look what just happened with what's his name, the quarterback for the Browns, Deshaun Watson.
Oh yeah.
He had like 22 women said that he sexually assaulted them, and the grand jury said, nah, he's got to go play football. Like,
nah, we good on that.
Like they didn't indict him at all. Like on any 22 people say something. I guess they couldn't find enough compelling evidence, but you think 22 people.
This world is trash.
22 people's okay.
That seems like a bit of a stretch. That
you know why they let him off? he makes money for a lot of powerful people being a football player. It's like we can't punish these billionaires that own this team by imprisoning this guy. So we have to let him free so that they can continue to make money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in that world, Joey.
There's a documentary coming out this week on Jimmy Savile. It's called British Horror Story, about like this famous British celebrity that apparently was like a monster. So if you are looking out for more of this, of people getting away with shit, look up that documentary on Netflix.
Oh yeah, they talked about him on Last Week Tonight.
Jessica, have you seen every documentary on Netflix?
Yes, I'm obsessed with documentaries.
Yeah,
Is that all you watch on there?
I watch documentaries and stand up and pro wrestling, and then after that, I do nothing else but read books and work.
Nice.
Yeah, they talked about him on Last Week Tonight. He was a kid's like he was like a Make-A-Wish guy. So he would do a bunch of good stuff for kids, and everybody was trying to figure out why. After he died, they found out, yeah, he was a rapist and a child molester and everything else. So they started
Damn, who's this?
Jimmy Savile.
He's raping and molesting?
Yeah, he was bad. He was a bad dude. But again, he was British, so we didn't care over here.
We've gotten to a
He's
dark
like- he's
place
like
on
Jack
this
the Ripper.
podcast.
Yeah, I saw the photo of the dude. The guy looks like a creep. Like he looks.
He did look like a creep.
bad guy in the movie.
He looked like your central casting bad guy. I'm sorry, Joe. We got to a bad place.
We got into a weird place.
It gets dark every now and again on that kind
This
of
is why I don't
podcast.
watch documentaries, because they take you down weird rabbit holes.
Yeah, they do. You know who's going down a new weird rabbit hole?
Maryland.
Jared Carmichael.
Did you guys watch Tiger King too?
No.
I couldn't get through it. I did maybe an episode and a half, and I'm like, this is retarded.
I like the one on Doc Ansel though. That was interesting.
I don't know. All I know is the first Tiger King had me like transfixed. Like I just
Yeah, me
could
too.
not stop watching it. And then Tiger King season 2 was garbage.
Well, when three men with fucked up teeth decide to get married together, you really want to know why? Why
Also,
they own
it
the
was
tiger?
like it was peak pandemic too when it first came out, so we didn't have shit else to do.
Yeah, that was,
That was it.
I never watched the first one. Anyway,
I watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, this is some weird white people shit. I'm done with
It
this.
was the best. It was the best circus of white trash broadcast on a Netflix. It was great. You should watch it.
Like, this is the most Florida bullshit I ever seen. I turned that
It
off.
was great.
Now they have a show like a TV show.
yeah, that's even more absurd.
Yeah.
With
There's
Kate McKinnon.
the comedic version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a sitcom of Tiger King
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on Netflix.
on Peacock.
On Peacock.
I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a sitcom.
No, they over dramatize the Tiger King story.
I mean, it was full of drama. That was the whole thing. You guys never watched season 1. It was nothing but drama
No,
and comedy.
so now they're making full fun of it on the show on Peacock.
Got
They
it.
also do the new Fresh Prince. Have you guys seen that?
I have not seen Bel Air. I don't know if I want to take on another series because I have a couple of them that I'm keeping up with, but I've heard good things about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I watched
I've
the
heard
first
good things, too.
episode.
if you're taking Fresh Prince of Bel Air and removing the comedy,
Yeah.
you're basically left with All American, which I've already watched. So I don't really feel the need to watch it.
What's All American?
It's a football based
It's
Fresh
basi-
Prince of Bel Air.
It's basically the same, it actually is loosely based, very loosely based on a guy who used to play for the Giants, but it's
Who, Odell Beckham?
no Spencer Pasinger. He was a linebacker.
Okay.
I just don't understand. I gotta watch it to figure out how it works. It's supposed to be this dark, gritty version of Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but how dark and gritty is Bel Air? Like, what does most of it take place in Philly? Like, I don't understand how it's supposed
It's
to work.
darker. It's darker because it doesn't like show the fun aspect of the fish out of water story. It shows the real life. It shows real life fish out of water. How you would really feel in a situation where you had to move halfway across the country to live with your aunt and uncle. who
Right,
had-
but to this life of extreme privilege, like what? I don't understand how they get the
But if you come
grittiness.
if you come from extreme poverty, it's going to be a culture shock for you, and then you got to deal with white people and their white peopleness.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Like a lot of it is dealing with white people being white people.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yep, same thing.
as
It's all American.
All American. Joey's
So
really,
the kind of
Well,
stuff
the only
like
difference
him
is
getting
better-
racially profiled in a rich neighborhood, that kind of stuff.
yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah, instead
Okay.
of being from
West
West
Philadelphia.
Philly, he's from L.A., but he's from
From
Crenshaw.
Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not even from Philly in the
No. I'm
Yes,
talking
he-
about All American.
Oh, okay.
No, he's from Philly in the show too.
In the new one? Okay.
They had to keep that part. That wouldn't
Yeah,
make any goddamn
That's
sense.
that's the premise.
Hey,
Anyway,
did you know that Jeffrey on Bel Air is the son of Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
that
Like the real life son?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I did not know that. Is he the son that played the con job on him on the episode? I remember that episode where Jeffrey's son conned the Banks family out of $100,000, and then he disappeared on him.
I don't.
Hey, you don't remember that episode? No,
I watched the show in like several decades.
man.
So I've been reading the new 50 Cent book, right? And he says that there's 4 aspects, 4 pillars of when he knows if an artist is going to be a star or not. Do you guys want to know what they are? And if you
Yes.
Number 1, creates good content.
Okay,
Okay.
Not us.
The 2, has the look.
All right.
Probably not us.
that's me.
I think a good example is like, and by the look doesn't mean attractive or doesn't mean just a style, but it can mean that. It
Right.
could just mean that style, like that thing where you just know, like, oh, I want to hear what that person has to say.
Reasons white
Yeah.
people keep other people down and out. Got it.
3, the charisma, the personality, that dominating personality that when they step into the room, like they're the guy or the girl.
All of these things are completely subjective.
Yes.
4, a great live performer, like a Jim Carrey, Dane Cook in his prime, or a Kevin Hart.
Well, I think number 3 and leads to number 4.
You
Like
think
if you
so?
have charisma, you have stage presence, you have, you know what I mean? That type of person is good on stage. That type of person is a good performer.
He gave an example of Biggie. Biggie had a dominating personality, but wasn't a good live performer. The reason he gave that is because that's why Puffy would go on stage with him, because when he would go on stage, he couldn't really move that much and he'd get tired because he was a bigger guy. So even though he had a dominating personality, he couldn't be a good live performer. So that's why they had to fix it with getting Diddy out there.
Okay.
So sometimes it is the case, but there are examples where people don't have all of those.
What's the name of 50 Cent's book?
It's Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter. Phenomenal book. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a millennial.
It sounds good and informative, but I just hate him so much.
Why?
Well, he says that he does that on purpose. He's like, if I can't be your friend, let me be your enemy. Because
That is one of the 48 laws of power. It's like, don't worry about friends so much, use your enemies.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like, if you hate me, you're gonna talk about me, right? If you love me, you're gonna talk about me. But if you're neutral, you forget me. So he's like, if I can't make people like me, I'm gonna make people hate me. And that's how we got on Oprah Winfrey, because he started going at Oprah because she wouldn't have him on the show. And then Gail came up to him, and that's like when he hit Gail with the quote, and Gail started realizing that he was doing the beef shit on purpose to get on people's radar.
Interesting. Should we start beefing with the Joe Rogan podcast, Joey LaFleur?
Beef with the Joe Rogan podcast.
I mean, I thought we already were, but I don't really think
I
that they're
told
where
you, all we have to do is get Joey to say nigger. He won't say it. Once Joey says it,
Like,
we're
I
getting
don't
a
say
million
enough controversial shit as it is.
He needs
Here's
to
a
say it.
fascinating quote. Here's a great quote from the 50 Cent book, is the fact that he talked about when Instagram first came out. Do you remember a rapper named Lloyd Banks?
Yeah.
So Lloyd, you know, he didn't have the personality, but he was a phenomenal writer. And, you know, he had his whole thing going, but he was like, yo, why don't you get on Instagram? And this way people will be able to hear like because he's so clever with his punchlines. You could be like the punchline king. You could post like a photo and then have like a dope like punchline to it. And then people will fall in love with your content. Do you know what his reply was?
What?
Well, Biggie and Pac weren't on Instagram, so why do I have to mess with the social media shit?
Dinosaur.
That shows a lack of insight. You have to go with the times. You can't
He had
say
on fire, and then I guess the fire got put out, and he didn't have anything else.
Lloyd Banks was never supposed to blow up. That was never designed that way. Him and what was Tony Yayo? They stayed exactly where the fuck they were supposed to be, picking up 50 Cent's leftovers, dry cleaning occasionally.
Well, I guess 50 has always said, if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. So it goes with his theme that he doesn't care if people hate him.
Yeah. Many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, but niggas trying to take my
life away. Mm-hmm.
Many men, goddammit. Many men.
I hate that song.
Have you read 50th Law?
A long time ago. I vaguely remember it. Have you read it?
I don't even remember. I really try to avoid 50 Cent because he's so loathsome. But the 48 Laws of Power, I've read at least a dozen times.
I like that one better because I remember that book. The 50th Law, I liked it, but like I don't remember anything about it years later. Like I think it came out like in 2009 or maybe 10.
Right.
I don't remember.
Successfully recreated their podcast.
Well, guys, if you really want to get some more insight and some more loving tips from Jay Rivas and Just Candace, tune in each week to Hot Topics and Low T-shirts every Thursday on Instagram. That's right, V-Necks.
Charlamagne the God's
Cash and Checks.
That's highly recommend.
Talking about.
He's another one that I cannot stand. Oh, I can't stand.
There are
people, I like a lot of bravado and somebody being pleased with themselves and overconfident, like Kanye. I love him. But like 50 Cent and Charlamagne do it and then punch down towards others. And it's just so off-putting. Like 50 Cent is the most, he's just so mean-spirited to other people. And Charlamagne is so mean-spirited, I feel like, to other people. I can't get on board with their confidence.
Hey, you know,
all right, here's a more lighthearted one. The Young Bucks book is phenomenal. If you
they
guys
wrote a book?
Yeah, the Young Bucks have a phenomenal book.
Not those Young Bucks.
I don't read. Why are we talking about a book club? This is weird.
Dude, Young Bucks book is so fire, especially if you're a millennial. I highly recommend reading the Young Bucks book. It's gonna take you back to the early 90s. I read that book and I was like, that is my high school experience to the T.
Yeah, not Candace, you're saying not Young Bucks book. The Young Bucks. They are a tag team in AEW. Candace was thinking Young Buck wrote a book. Young Buck can't read.
That's what I thought.
Everyone's writing a book these days.
Yeah. Speaking of rappers,
got a book out.
That's why I'm not reading any of them.
But Joey, speaking of rappers who can't read, there's a rapper that I heard about in Maryland, and it threw me off when I first heard the story. And I was trying to figure out exactly why we would do this to ourselves as people. But they decided to prop his corpse up.
Actually, not that weird when you think about it. It's so when you go to a funeral, they have the body laying there in a casket. So they just propped it up instead of laying it down. Like it's infinitely more creepy when it's standing up. But coming to do a viewing of the deceased that's what the funeral is all about.
Not at a club though.
Nah.
They just took it one step further.
Like a wax.
He looked
like a Madame Tussauds. It's Markel Antonio Moro, aka the rapper known as Gunu, was laid to rest after a live celebration at Bliss nightclub in Washington, D.C.
It would have been at Bliss. I knew it was Bliss. It had to be at fucking Bliss.
3rd. Footage from the funeral has made its way across social media due to the unique celebration. It appears Gunu was propped upright on stage to appear like he was performing at a show. Gunu was dressed in jeans and a Amiri sweater, along with a crown on his head. Guests took photos and cheered while fireworks were set on stage next to Gunu. If he had caught on fire.
If they set that nigga on fire.
But it's also not creepy because that's what a funeral is. You come to view the body. They just don't prop it up and dress it in like fucking club clothes.
I found out one of the fun things I found out this weekend. All 4 of my grandparents will be cremated at some point.
Okay.
Half of them are already. The other half has agreed to having it done. That was one of the awkward conversations I had.
With your dad?
Yes. That's how bad at conversation we got to. hey, Nan and Pop have picked their eternal resting place, and I helped.
Wow.
You talk. That's what you talk with your dad about at the game.
That's where we got to. That's how hard we were reaching for topics.
Wow.
Yeah, you reach harder for topics than we do in the Dot Comedy Podcast. You should have just looked in our chat.
I tried to stick to sports because that's usually safe ground, but
not this time. Oh man, we're gonna get out of here though, man. It's been fun, Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, you know what we never talked about?
what's that?
The reason Jay Rivas is on this week's episode of the Dot Comedy Podcast.
I was gonna bring that up, but I was too tired.
You know why he's here, Candace?
I know why he's here.
He's here because the Jay Rivas Express has decided to pull its train into a brand new station. And that station is Comedy Shows Near Me. That's right. Comedy Shows Near Me is the newest addition to the portfolio of DC comedy, where you can see local live comedy each and every Thursday at McGinty's Pub in downtown Silver Spring. You can come down there. You can see the likes of Hetty Sandberg, former Dot Comedy podcast guest. You can see Jay Rivas, current podcast guest. You can see Candace August, a co-host of the Dot Comedy Podcast. Joey LaFaro, host of the Dot Comedy Podcast. DJ Marcus will be at the Ha Ha Hole this and every Saturday at 2:45. I don't know.
2:45.
I don't know if I'll be at
AM or PM?
Never know. You never know, baby.
It alternates.
It alternates each and every week.
It oscillates.
But yes, Comedy Shows Near Me. Jay Rivas, tell us about it, man.
So it's the new. It's gonna be a new show. It's gonna be fantastic. It's bringing comedy back to downtown Silver Spring in a place that's never had it. So downtown Silver Spring being the fourth most diverse city in the country, it's also a place that is very celebrated for art. They appreciate art. They got the Fillmore there. They got the Black Box Theater. They have a lot of great places where they celebrate art, but what they don't have is stand-up comedy. And we're bringing it there. We're bringing comedy each and every week. Premium show, phenomenal showcase, pre-booked, and it's going to be fantastic. And I think it's going to elevate the scene. It's going to bring comedy back to Silver Spring, especially for a lot of these businesses that have been affected by the pandemic. It's our way of giving back. So we're excited.
And it's not just that, this is not just another comedy show. This is a comedy club for a night. You're going to walk in there and you're going to have the same experience you have going to any comedy club in the country. And it's going to be fantastic.
This is DC Improv North, goddammit. We're doing it big. Excuse me, shit. My throat got a little scratchy. It's DC Improv.
I'm personally putting down $500,000, promising that from here to the next 50 years, there will be at least one star that will come out of this show. So in 50 years from now, come see me.
For $500,000.
Yeah, you either owe me $500,000 or I will pay you $500,000. If a star does not get born in 50 years from this date.
Oh,
Quite a long time.
That is
April 5th, 2022.
That is not a check
So,
Comedy's gonna cash.
In
April that's not Dot Comedy budget. That's from the budget.
72.
I'm betting all podcast money there.
2072. Come see Jesse for your $500,000.
I'm
Pretty
already
fucking much.
dead.
Yeah. Don't look for DJ Marcus. I'd have had a stroke by then. I know me. Even when we get close, I'm done. I can't get close to this
I'll be in
goddamn
a
number.
room with Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon playing.
Are you gonna leave this money in a trust? Like how?
Well, it's another Dot Comedy account, so whatever's left over.
Don't
Because
look
you're
at the
talking
damn
about 80. You said you're 38, so and 88 years old. You may or may not be here. I'm just saying.
that account ain't got no money in it today, unless you putting.
That account ain't an account. I don't know what you.
Well, I mean, like at the end, just take it out for bad debts. I don't know.
That big ass check is gonna bounce like a fucking basketball. Keep giving that shit out to people. Ain't that a
It'll
goddamn
be great. It'll be like a nice little check, and it'll have like the Dot Comedy logo in the middle, and it's gonna,
Oh man, but yeah, man, definitely come out this Thursday, April 7th, to the Comedy Shows Near Me at McGinty's Pub in downtown Silver Spring. Jay Reeves will be hosting.
Dave Chappelle may show up. Who knows?
Who may show up?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle may show up. I did have a call. I had a contact call with Dave Chappelle and Ashley Larry this weekend.
Ashley Larry may show up. I don't know.
I wonder.
I'm there later this month.
Yes, you are. Candace August will be on there. So anyone wishing to see low cut shirts, definitely come out to one of the comedy shows near me.
We have a fantastic book show, but we also have an open mic after, and you do not know who might show up to that.
Yes.
Damo Hicks might show up.
Oh.
Frankie French might show up.
Oh.
You don't know. I've had conversations. These people know this exists.
Yes.
And they've been looking for a place to do comedy on Thursdays. I'm not making any promises.
Obama showing up.
Obama
Dude. Doing comedy? Well, you guys are. I can't do an Obama.
You can't do Obama.
I can't do Obama. There's too much estrogen in that.
Speaking of Obama,
too many cigarettes.
When Brock Lesnar introduced himself at WrestleMania, was it just me, or did it sound like he called himself Barack Lesnar?
It did sound like that.
I thought he was going to introduce Barack Obama, and Barack Obama was going to fight Roman Reigns for a second. I thought that would have been amazing.
That would have been an amazing main event for WrestleMania. Oh, man, we're going to get out of here, man. It's been fun, Joey LaFaro. Where can they find you at, my friend?
At LaFaro Comedy, as always, at comedy shows near me. Use promo code .comedy for $5 off your ticket. Can't beat that price.
There you go, man. Candace, where can they find you, dear?
Find me at _Candace on all of the platforms. Follow my main IG page. That's the place where I post all of my shows if you want to catch me out here in these streets.
Jay Rivas, where can they find you, sir?
Find me Jay Rivas Comedy on Instagram. I have the best stories on the internet. Catch me Facebook, Jay Rivas. I will be performing tomorrow at Cloak and Dagger, so come out and see me. And I will be performing and hosting the first ever, the iconic, landmark-changing, the world-changing comedy shows near me. First episode 1, Attack of the Clones.
All right.
At McGinty Club.
Awesome, man. Awesome. DJ Marcus, he will be performing at the Haha Emporium this and every Saturday at 2:45 A or P. You never know. Just look on Instagram. You find djmarcus.comedy. You will see the shows posted. Now, these are speakeasy shows, so you got to get there when we say get there, or else you won't get in to the Haha Emporium. It is fun for ages 21 to 22. Come on through. It's going to be a blast. DJ Marcus, spinning the hits. But for DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, Candace August, we are Dot Comedy, and we will see you next time. More fun and more thrills on the
Dot Comedy Podcast. Where were you, Joey?
I was right there. I don't know what you're accusing me of.
I was off.
Yes, you were.
Noticed.
And we are out. Good show, guys.